Hi guys, Zach here with another Command and Conquer Red Alert video. In this video I'm playing a free-for-all match on the map Hamburger Hill. I'm starting in the middle left and I'm playing as the Allies. And as you can see, I'm moving straight to the right so I can mine the gems early on because there's a big gem patch just to the right there. My next stream is going to be on Thursday. I'll probably be doing it at different time during the day because I'm going out on the night. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to be doing it, but it will be sometime on Thursday. I might do a couple of streams actually. Right, I'm putting my infantrymen out at the moment. I'm just sending them straight to the right because I know there's a team in the middle that tend to like to use this gem patch. There are less players on this map. I think there's about 6 players on the map and there are 8 spots, so there might not be a player in each spot, so immediately I'm sending an infantryman just to the middle there just to check if there is a player in that spot, and as it appears I don't think there is, so that's very good for me because it means there's one less player I have to contend with near the start. Now, the position I'm starting in is really good in terms of supply of gems and supply of ores. However, it's not so good in the term of I've got a player above me and I've got a player below me. So I might have to defend against multiple opponents early on. When you're in this situation, it's probably not best to wait too long. You're probably going to want to attack one of those players quite early on, because you just wait around and as you get attacked from the north, the other team could come from the south. So it's always better to knock one team out early on, probably the more aggressive one, and then go for the other person next, because then it'll be a 1v1 match. You always want to keep it 1v1. As soon as two players get involved against one person, it becomes very difficult. So we can see the green above me and we can see the orange are below me, and that's CNC Guy 2. I've got a decision to make because CNC Guy 2 is quite a good player. So I either go for him first because he might be more aggressive or a better player, but if I do go against him I might not be able to defeat him early on, which might give time for the player above me to attack me. So if I attack the person above me I might lose a bit less, but then CNC Guy 2 is a good player so I might be a little bit behind. So we're going to need to wait and see. What I have been able to do though is I've been able to produce tanks straight away, and that's because of the gem patch. When you're mining gems early on, you can go straight onto tank production. And I am producing an ore refinery now because I'm going to want to be mining the ore to the left of me, and because those gems aren't going to last forever, although it is quite a good substantial gem patch to start with. And I'm going to go and attack the person above me. As we can see, pink have already been destroyed, so they're out of the game. And I think there's one of the positions to the right of the map where 2 players start very close together, and basically the person in the bottom right gets sort of trapped there, so they have to attack the person to the left, but the person to the bottom right does have a gem patch to help them start off the game. Right, so this is looking very good for us. They did have a Tesla coil, but they didn't have enough power to run it, so that was a bit of a mistake from green. They should have built a power plant before they decided to build that Tesla coil. And it's looking very good for us. You can see I'm building a couple of ore trucks because I know those gems aren't going to last too much longer. So I don't know where he's sending the infantry to. He probably should have had the infantry at the other side of the base and could have provided a bit of protection from scouting and also from tanks. But yeah, you do need to build tanks early on maps like this. And now because I've destroyed that player above me, I'm going to be able to use his ore patch, which isn't too depleted because it's not too far into the game. So you can just see I'm doing a power plant crawl. I tend to like to use power plants. They're a bit longer than ore silos, and also they're quite useful maybe later on if your base is getting attacked and you lose a few power plants. It's always handy to have that a bit of extra power. And I'm going to be wanting to build a radar dome later in the game. Right, it looks like CNC Guy now. I'm probably going to go for him, and he doesn't seem to be... Yeah, he seems to be napping a little bit at the moment. And I can see actually, I think his base, yes, his base is right up here. Now I'm going to want to destroy his base because he's Soviets, and Soviets can build Tesla coils. And if he puts a line of Tesla coils along that gap, it makes it very hard to get through. So I've been quite lucky in that respect. And I think what he's been doing is he's been focusing on building his base up rather than focusing on building tanks. So that's worked out quite well for me. And he's quit the game. So I think what he was focusing on, because of his position, he was thinking he wouldn't get attacked early. He decided to go and start building buildings. He might have been building multiple MCVs probably as well. And he was going to get a line of Tesla coils up there and possibly try and base crawl into my base. A quite popular strategy for Soviets in free-for-all matches is to get multiple MCVs. I don't know if he did that because I didn't get far enough into his base, but I have a sneaking suspicion he was. So that was quite a lucky. I possibly dodged a bullet there, because as soon as he gets, let's say, 4 or 5 MCVs down and construction yards down, he would have been able to build Tesla coils like crazy, and it would have been very, very hard for me as an allied player. So now I'm looking along the bottom. I've got Deadeye Darren left in cyan, and we also got the red player left. And it's a bit strange, we haven't seen anyone yet. I'm just going to the middle there, checking if there's anyone in the middle. It doesn't look like there is. Now what I suspect is that the person who started the start, pink player, was probably, yeah, you can see there was a bit of fighting there, and that was probably where the pink player started, because they probably got attacked by the person who was in the bottom right. And we can see it was Deadeye Darren, and it looks like his base is not occupied at the moment, so we're gonna just attack and destroy it while we can. And you can see at the moment I've got to that stage in the game, I'm just building pillboxes just to provide a little bit of protection in case someone does try and run through my base. Pillboxes aren't that effective, but they're better than nothing, certainly. They're no good against the big tank force. You can see that Cyan's done the same. He's got quite a few pillboxes about himself, and they're better than nothing, but as you can see, they can get destroyed quite easily, and especially against medium tanks. Medium tanks are quite meaty, they have quite a bit of HP compared to light tanks. Light tanks have very low HP, but they do a lot of damage, light tanks. That's why they're quite used, and they've got quite a lot of mobility, which is why they're quite often used early on. So yeah, I'm just putting down pillboxes like crazy at the moment, and it looks like Cyan have no answer. I'm quite surprised actually they didn't have any more forces. They might have been having a hard fight with red.
Building. Unit ready.
And I'm just getting another war factory. As you can see, I've got plenty of ore, so I really should have gotten that third war factory out a bit earlier. But yeah, being a bit busy. And it looks like that Cyan have another base somewhere. Otherwise, that would have killed them. And you can see there was some fighting up here. That was probably with the red player. And you can see the Cyan are attacking me from the right. They were a bit further up, so they might have another base up there. I've got my third war factory down, and this isn't looking good for me because the place they've attacked is right next to my construction yard. And it looks like my construction yard is down, and because I haven't built a service depot, I won't be able to build another MCV, so that's a bit of a blow for me. And yeah, I'm trying to get my tanks back. Thankfully I have quite a few ore refineries, so hopefully they won't be able to destroy them all. And my pillboxes are doing a bit of damage as well, because you can see some of those tanks are on very low HP now. And it's just, I think they're going to get this ore refinery as well, unfortunately. But I think that's going to be it, because you can see he's got 2 red tanks, 1 green tank, so that's not going to be enough. And crucially, that ore refinery needs to stay up, because it's my only source now where my ore trucks can drop off ore. Unfortunately, we've defended against that, so we're going to need to be really careful at this stage of the game. We don't have a construction yard, we have 1 ore refinery left, so any sneak attacks with 4 or 5 tanks could well finish me off. And we can see that there's red there. Now, they've got some rocket launchers. What I think I'm going to do, though, is I've spotted Cyan's extra base. It looks like they've started right at the bottom of the map. And I just passed it before, I didn't notice it, but we could see he's just built a pillbox there, and that pillbox has just alerted me to where he was. Otherwise, I would have been going for the top right.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
What I don't want to do is I don't want to let Cyan recover, because once he recovers, he'll obviously be going for me, red will be going for me, and that'll be make things very, very difficult. And you can see he's got some pillboxes there, but that's going to be no problem at all. And it looks like we're going to destroy Deadeye Darren quite easily. And he's just said red wins, so he probably knows something that I don't. We'll have to see what red is like. He is playing Soviet, so he could have a lot of Tesla coils, he could have a lot of tanks, rocket launchers, I saw some rocket launchers up there actually. And what is quite surprising though, he hasn't expanded his base out. I would have expected him to expand his base to the left. So we're going to go for the middle ore patch because that appears where his ore trucks are. And surprisingly, he hasn't got any forces down there, so we're going to go for his ore trucks first.
Building. Unit ready.
Because we're in quite a vulnerable position at the moment. We do have only one ore refinery left. So we're going to want to limit his economy. And this is looking very good for us at the moment. We've got 2 ore truck kills. And he's got a force up there. So I'm just going to go for this other ore truck. That's going to be 3 ore truck kills. So that's going to hurt him a lot. And we can see he's got a good force up here. And has he got some buildings up here? Or has he just got tanks? So those tanks were down quite easily.
Unit ready. Building.
And we can see he's got some rocket launchers. Rocket launchers do a lot of damage, but they are very low HP. And he has a base up here, so I think he's oh, he doesn't? I thought he had a base up there anyway. I thought I was going to war factory there, but it appears he doesn't have anything up here. And he's a bit trapped at the moment. He had nowhere to go. He had all his forces stuck there, so that was he's lost quite a bit there. And I've still got a very, very large force, so I don't know what his base is like. I'm assuming he's going to have some defences. We're just going to go to the right here to see if he's expanded beyond this. Usually what players do is they expand the base upwards and to the ore patch there that you can see, but he doesn't seem to have done that. And we're going to follow that ore truck in and see what his base defences are like. And it looks like he's got Tesla power, but Tesla coils don't have very much HP and they're very easy to destroy. If you're going to use Tesla coils to defend your base, you do need to use tanks with them. But you can see, even though he's got 5 Tesla coils, they're not very much use without the tanks, and that looks like it's going to be a good game. So it looks like red weren't too much of a worry after all. What red should have done in their situation is they could have won. Well, they might I don't know if they would win the game or not, but what they could have done is they could have gone to attack me while I was attacking Cyan down in the south. They had a radar dome, so they'd have some visibility. They possibly didn't know my full situation at my base. I didn't have a construction yard, but yeah, they probably should have attacked me while I was attacking Deadeye Darren. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video.